Jackson digs it out. Hunzinger with a setup to Rivers. Rivers delivers. Pat to the basket. Gets the friendly roll to go right there. Ava Cook now with 4 points to go here. Drives, finds Camden Bell. Right wing three is up. And good. Yes. Camden Bell making it rain, baby. Carroll for battling in this bat so far. The 1-2 pitch. Gets her swinging for strike three. A job well done by Zoe Koger getting the strikeout for out. 3-1. And that's going to be a deep fly ball in the left center field and gone! Quentin James with a big fly of his own, a 2-run shot. Good evening, volleyball fans, and welcome live here on your home of the Raiders, the WHS Network, here on YouTube.com and the IHSAA Champions Network here for tonight's junior varsity volleyball matchup between the visiting Madison-Grant Argylls as they take on your Wapahani Raiders here tonight. Again, as always, I'm your play-by-play broadcaster, Brandon Morvillius. Alongside here with me is cameraman Jordan Redbeard McCoy. I hope all of you had a wonderful start to your week as we head into this Wednesday evening of Raider Volleyball. We'll start things off here with our Raiders Live pregame show presented by Air Park Door, a proud sponsor of us here on the WHS Network. Again, Air Park Door is located at 321 West Ontario Drive in Muncie, Indiana, and they've been voted as Muncie's quest for the best for the level of professionalism and knowledge they possess, along with the quality service they provide for a reasonable price. For more information, you can give them a call at 765-741-3667 for all of your garage door needs. So again, a big thanks there to Air Park Door, a proud sponsor of us here on the WHS Network. So, getting right in here with our pregame. Junior varsity team back in action last night. This is another week of 3 games and 3 nights. So obviously last night's game, it was at Shenandoah. Wapahani won that one in straight sets, so they got the brooms out on Shenandoah last night. It was nice to see us, get back, to our winning ways again right here, and hopefully, like I said, can jumpstart this team overall to get them going here in the right direction again. Had a couple tough losses last week, and so you bounce back from that and get back at it, and what should be. Pretty good ball game here tonight, the junior varsity level. And so, I think that, obviously coming off last night's win, that's got to carry over some momentum, at least you would hope and think it would. Maya Mitchell did not play last night, but she is back tonight, so glad to see her in here as well this evening. But, having everybody at full strength, again, pulling from one another right here and really, clicking on all cylinders, because right now we're at that part of the season now. Sorry. We're at that part of the season now where, we're about midway through. We're getting close to that midway mark. And, you want to be playing some of your very best volleyball because, yet again, you don't know when your name's going to be called. You have some of these girls at the junior varsity level that do dress varsity. And, you want to have success down here and hopefully build up to where if your name is called at the varsity level, to play a specific role, then you're able to do that and be able to do that seamlessly and efficiently. And so, yet again, you hope that, that win last night on the road will catapult them into what will hopefully be another victory here tonight against what's always usually been a tough opponent here in Madison-Grant. Now, I'm not sure record-wise what this junior varsity team looks like for Madison-Grant this season, but I know that they've always had a really good volleyball program. I know the varsity team's a little bit down this year from what they usually are, but, nothing's a given. You got to go out here and take this game from them and come up with a dominating victory here tonight. So we're looking forward to seeing what these girls can do and hopefully start a winning streak right here. Again, got the victory last night with a sweep at Shenandoah. and looking to do the same thing once again here tonight at home against Madison-Grant. So please make sure to stay right here with us. Again, we'll have tonight's rosters as well as tonight's first serve here between your Wapahani Raiders and the Madison-Grant Argylls live right here on your home of the Raiders, the WHS Network.
Hi, I'm Austin Rich with Next Home Elite Real Estate. Our company's mantra has been and will always be humans over houses. For the last several years, we have been able to help people follow our mission statement, which is enriching lives by helping people find their next home. Next Home Elite Real Estate has premier real estate agents ready to assist you with commercial properties, new construction, residential homes, or investment properties, no matter if you are looking to purchase or to sell. We are skilled negotiators, tenacious marketers, and fearless advocates for our clients. We want them to feel the passion we have for what we do and the professionalism we exemplify while we do it. Our clients depend on us to have grit and determination when we represent them. We roll up our sleeves and get to work. Every interaction, every time.
Hi, I'm Tara.
Hi, I'm Michelle.
Hi, I'm Kathy.
Hi, I'm Seth.
Hi, I'm Lindsay.
Hi, I'm Courtney.
We stand for doing the right thing, even when it's not convenient. We deliver integrity in all we do through our uncompromising ethical principles and values. Our clients count on us not to only help them buy or sell their home, but to make sure the process is infused with joy. We strive to bring a smile to their faces as they enter the next phase of their lives. Call Next Home Elite Real Estate today. We are here to help you.
All right, folks, welcome back here on your home of the Raiders, the WHS Network. Here with tonight's junior varsity volleyball matchup, as we'll take a look here at tonight's rosters. First for Madison-Grant, we have number 1, Adeline Cunningham, number 3, Hadley Jump, number 4, Delaney Pavey, number 5, Ella Edwards, number 6, Audrey McDowell, number 10, Matt Griffin, number 12, Demi Justice, number 13, Madison Angel, number 14, Avery Gillespie, and number 17, Savannah Seitz. Here for Wapahani, we've got number 1, Savannah Fitzgerald, number 2, Maya Mitchell, number 4, Lainey Ledbetter, number 5, Addie Barnes, number 7, Journey Maines, number 8, Ella Recollect, and number 11, Nora Williams. Again, the Raiders are coached by Ryan Webster. So again, that is the roster rundown here for tonight's ball game. We appreciate you all for tuning in and spending your Wednesday evening here with us as we'll get tonight's game officially underway here at 6:02 p.m. here on this Wednesday, September the 17th of 2025. Again, I'm play-by-play broadcaster Brandon Morvillius. Alongside here with me is cameraman Jordan Redbeard McCoy. Again, a 1-0 start here for Wapahani after the ball again was passed right on top of the net. Williams then was able to put that right back down where it came from, and now Addie Barnes with an ace to make this a 2-0 Raider lead. Make that a 3-0 lead after back-to-back aces dealt by Addie Barnes. It's the kind of start you like to see here from Wapahani. Set up right there by Seitz. Ledbetter is there. Oh, boy. Well, it ended up working out for Wapahani, but it wasn't exactly the most prettiest sight as far as how to get the ball over, but effective, and that's all that matters. So 4-0. Barnes looking to deal another ace right here. Instead, that will be received by number 3, Jump. Maines is there. Barnes sets it to Williams on the attack. There, the right side corner, and gets that one to fall in for another kill and another point. Here for Wapahani, off to a 5-0 start. Again, as I mentioned there in a pregame show, presented by Air Park Doors, we have another ace from Barnes. It's already the second game here of the week, back-to-back nights, and then we'll top it off with our third game tomorrow night as Wapahani will travel to Randolph Southern. That will be a JV start time of 6 o'clock there as well, per usual. And then the varsity team, again, they'll have tonight's game, then tomorrow night's game, and then they will be playing in the Leo Invitational up north. I believe that's around Fort Wayne. That will be this coming Saturday morning. So this is going to be a very busy week here, especially for the varsity team. So after a 7-0 start, that one right there will get the Argylls on the board here for the first time this evening. And we will have number 10, Matt Griffin, back to serve. Received there by Ledbetter. Barnes with a set up to Williams on the attack. Got a little bit too far underneath it and unfortunately sent that one out of bounds. And that will be an ace here for Griffin. So Madison-Grant putting 3 consecutively up on the board. Ledbetter, Barnes, right side here from Mitchell. Good ball right there. Set up there, Jump will get it over. We'll free ball action here for the Raiders. Maines on to Ledbetter. And again, couldn't keep it in play. And so just like Madison-Grant did there through the first 6 or 7 sets with, just passing miscues, giving us points, Wapahani just kind of helped them out as well. And now we'll have a serving error here by Griffin. But 4 points in a row here for the Argylls, gotten them right back into the thick of things. As we'll have Savannah Fitzgerald now back in for Wapahani, seeing her first action now actually here of the evening. And Maya Mitchell back to serve. Set up here by Seitz. On the attack right there was Jump, and that will fall in front of the outstretched hand of Lainey Ledbetter. So it will be number 13, Madison Angel. Back to serve here for Madison-Grant. Again, the Raiders on top here by 3. Got off to a 7-0 start. Since then, things have went a little awry. So hopefully we can gather ourselves up right here and get back to playing some better volleyball. Good help side right there by Ledbetter. Great positioning to be there to help out Recollect, but that one shanked backwards. So again, Madison-Grant not necessarily doing anything special, just getting the ball over the net, but Wapahani's had a little bit of a tough time a couple times here in the passing department, but then our hitting, haven't been able to keep the ball in play. Maines, then on to Barnes, right side to Ledbetter, puts that one down. We'll have a net violation anyway here on Madison-Grant. But a nice pass, great set there from Barnes, and then Ledbetter full steam ahead after that. So Laney back to serve. The floater serve, and that will be an ace here for Laney. Great placement on the serve. And unfortunately couldn't get that one back over this time around, so 10-8 as we'll have number 14 Avery Gillespie now back to serve for Madison-Grant, down by a pair. Williams shanks it backwards. Nice hustle there by Ledbetter. Ends up in a point for Madison-Grant, but still you love the hustle. It's what you like to see out of everybody. And that one out of bounds. Good serve there from Nora Williams. Number 6, McDowell on the attack. Instead, we'll hit that one in the net. As again, Wapahani looking to string some points together right here. Again, after getting off to a 7-0 start, we've kind of fell off here a little bit. Obviously, you would prefer that not to happen, but unfortunately, that's a part of the game sometimes, as Barnes will hit that one out of bounds. So it'll be Hadley jump back to serve for the Argylls. 12-10's your score. Make that 12-11. So that one lands out of bounds. All right, so we'll have a timeout on the court. 13-12. Madison-Grant will step aside, and we'll be back with more right after these messages. All right, folks, again, welcome back here on the WHS Network. Again, passing, again, just basic ball handling right here from Wapahani has been a major issue here in this first set. Again, after starting off 7-0, just some mistakes that's, correctable. It's not like it, can't be fixed or that they're doing it intentionally. We know that. Obviously, it stinks when it's not going in your favor right here. But, again, only a 2-point ball game right now. So Wapahani's got some time to hopefully swing the momentum back in their favor. So Fitzgerald there on the attack that time around. We'll have Maya Mitchell back in the game here for the Raiders. And Ella Rakolek back to serve. And again, the set right there close to the net. Not much Mitchell could do with that one this time around. So it'll be 15-13 with number 6. There's Audrey McDowell back to serve. And out of bounds on the attack. Mains on to Ledbetter. That'll be dug out by number 14, Gillespie. And we'll have a net violation here on Wapahani. So for obvious reasons, you can't let the hole, get too big right here from as far as the gap between you and them. Because right now, again, it's a 4-point lead here for Madison-Grant. Wapahani essentially has got to stop the bleeding, but unfortunately we have not been able to find much of an answer. Nice hit there from Ledbetter. And again, if we can just get the ball over the net and keep it in play, then I think we'll be all right here. But that's been our biggest problem so far, is obviously getting the ball over the net, and then when we do, we hit out of bounds, and that one served out of bounds there will make it now another 5-point Madison-Grant lead. Ledbetter on the attack. That will be in there. Ledbetter with the kill. Received by Ledbetter on to Williams, and again unable to keep that one in play, and really had to reach across her body to get to that ball. And we'll have another timeout here from Wapahani. 21-15. Madison-Grant leads it here in set number 1 of the evening. We'll be back right after these messages. right, folks, again, welcome back. And following the timeout there from Wapahani, so they will have no timeouts remaining throughout the rest of this first set. Again, the Raiders with a little work to do right here, being down by 6. Again, dug themselves a little bit of a hole. It's going to take a little bit of work to get out of right here, so now 22-15. Again, it's still number 10, Mac Griffin, back to serve here for the Argylls. Set up by Sights. On the attack right there was Madison Angel. Barnes over to Williams. Dug out by number 4, Paving. Jump on the attack. Maines digs it out, but right on top of the net. And the Raiders will not get it back over. And that one served out of bounds, so a very much needed point there for Wapahani. And obviously we've got to string some points together and quickly. So Savannah Fitzgerald back in the ball game. Maya Mitchell back to serve here for the Raiders. And a serving error, and that's not going to do it. So we'll have a substitution here for Madison-Grant. It will be number 12, Demi Justice, checking in with number 13, Madison Angel back to serve. Again, set point for Madison-Grant, 24-16. Gerald on the attack, dug out, but Williams, again right there to the net after the pass landed on top of the net. And another net violation here on the Raiders, and that will do it here for set number 1. Again, Madison-Grant, the 25-16 opening set victory here this evening. Stick around here with us, folks. Again, set number 2 coming up right here on your home of the Raiders, the WHS Network. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the WHS Network here on YouTube.com. Again, with our next home elite real estate realtor, Austin Rich. Game break, a 25-16 opening set victory here tonight for Madison-Grant. Again, those of you that tuned in through the entirety of that set would obviously know that Wapahani got off to a fantastic start. Was out to a 7-0 lead, and then unfortunately the wheels fell off. And that's to be about as blunt but nice as possible. Things just did not work out for us. A multitude of things, passing, hitting, again, the basic facets of the game, we just unfortunately fell apart. And so put that in the rearview mirror. I think that's going to be the biggest key here in set number 2. You can't let what happened in set 1 affect how you play in set number 2, other than you have to understand that you've got to play better, and you've got to make the correct or the right mistakes. There's or not the right mistakes, the right fixes right here to fix those mistakes, and hopefully again things will start to trend back in the right direction for us. But it just didn't work out well then, but it's a brand new set, brand new opportunity right here, as, again, that set leading Williams right to the net. Just led her a little too far to the net, too close to it. So 2-1 Madison-Grant lead. Again, that was number 13, Madison Angel, back to serve there just a moment ago. That better right there from the middle. It kind of seems like we're playing a little bit out of sync here in this one tonight. Again, especially coming off a really, really nice win last night. You was hoping that, again, I mentioned there in our pregame show, hopefully that will catapult us to, with our positivity and confidence into tonight's ball game. But unfortunately, that hasn't happened so far. Again, that can change. But again, you've got to make things happen. Can't sit and wait around for the opponent to start making mistakes. We've got to start taking advantage of some opportunities right here. Like I said, just simply being able to get the ball over the net. If we're able to do that, we're going to give ourselves a pretty good chance right here. But that ball falls right smack dab in the middle of everybody. Again, number 12, Demi Justice, on the kill that time around. So again, we'll make this a 5-1 ball game. Again, 6 points here from Madison-Grant, and I would say probably at least half, if not four of those 6 have came from, again, just hitting errors on behalf of our own side of things. So 6-1, timeout. We'll be back with more right after these messages.
You're good at keeping the car clean. We're good at your insurance.
Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, online, over the phone, or in person, and stop knocking on wood.
All right, welcome back here to Raider Volleyball here on the WHS Network. Again, a 6-1 start for Madison-Grant, opening up set number 2. So Wapahani will make their way back out onto the floor. Down by 5 early here in this one. You've got to slam the door shut here on the momentum right here if you're Wapahani here for Madison-Grant. I mean, especially after the run that they put together to end set 1. I mean, Redbeard and I was talking about this during the break. Right now, Madison-Grant to this point, now their 7th point in the ball game. They've went on a 32-10 run. That is ridiculous, to be quite honest with you. Because, you consider the 7-0 start Wapahani had, and then we only scored 9 more points the rest of the set. That was just, and then, like I said, the start that we've had right now. So something's got to give right here if you're Wapahani, as that ball will land up in the basketball goal. And that will be out of bounds. So the point goes back here to Madison-Grant. It's got to take it a point at a time. Williams will not get it back over. That one served out of bounds. So again, hey, we'll take that all day, every day, but now you've got to start utilizing this and use this to hopefully get yourself in a positive situation right here. Get yourself on a roll. There's an ace right there for Recollect. That falls smack dab in the middle of everybody. But again, you got to take things 1 point at a time. You can't make up all 6 points in one opportunity right here. You got to take it 1 point at a time, and hopefully we'll square things up again right here and take the lead eventually. Good ball right there by Journey Maines. Set up here by Seitz, left side attack by Justice. And the up referee, I'm assuming, said that the ball hit the top of the net. And so technically, I guess that would have been 4 hits, even though nobody touched it the last time around. But the ball was never touched by Wapahani, so 9-5 now. Again, just get the ball over, keep it in play. Force your defense, or force your opponent to play defense. And on the attack right there, number 12, Justice, hit that one into the net. Another good one there from Recollect. Received by Griffin. Set on there to left side, Justice. Maines is there to dig it out. Set on. Here's Williams. Right side attack. That will fall in. And so how about that? Again, Wapahani doing the basics of the basics. Get the ball over the net. Keep it in play. Force your opponent to play defense. And things have kind of went sideways here for the Argylls as we'll have a timeout on the floor. 9-8. Is your score. We'll stay right here with you. Again, a couple things. Again, I want to mention, I talked a little bit about them earlier. But again, Wapahani will be back in action tomorrow night when they will be taking on Randolph Southern on the road. And then the varsity team will travel up to Leo. That's right around the Fort Wayne area. That will be the Leo Invitational on Saturday morning. Again, we will not be there broadcasting tomorrow night, and we will not be at Leo on Saturday. So we'll still have, as far as score updates, should hopefully happen both of those days, tomorrow night and on Saturday morning, and throughout the day on Saturday. But should be some great volleyball coming up there Saturday from that Leo invite. They always have a pretty good group of teams up there, so there'll be a nice challenge here for the Raiders. So back out of the timeout. Again, Wapahani now only finds themselves down by 1. Ledbetter on the attack right there. That was Seitz. Good pass to work with. Jump gets it over. Here goes Wapahani. Set on to Fitzgerald. And that will be in there for the kill. Fitzgerald on the attack right there from the middle. Ties it at 9. And so after, a 9-1 start, Wapahani's answered right back. 8 consecutive here on the board. Shank backwards, and how about that? Wapahani's now taking the lead. So essentially, the script is flipped. Everything that Wapahani was doing wrong, now Madison-Grant has kind of followed suit here. And now Wapahani really clicking on all cylinders. Set up to Ledbetter. Oh, that was just a hair out of bounds. That was a great shot right there from Ledbetter. And darn near snuck that one in play. Now, whether she meant to do that or not, I don't know. But that was very close to being point number 11 there for Wapahani. Ledbetter there to the back corner. Excellent job again reading the defense right there. Left that back left corner wide open. There was probably nobody within 6 to 7 feet of that ball once it landed. So nice job there from Ledbetter. Now back to serve. 11-10's your score. And we'll have a net violation here on the Raiders. Ties it up at 11. A little bit of a lack of communication on behalf of Wapahani that time around. So again, we'll have number 3, Hadley Jump, back to serve for the Argylls. Received by Williams. Barnes, right over the net right there, was trying to change it up here a little bit. A little bit of a different look for the Argylls, and unable to be handled there by number 12, Demi Justice. That will be Journey Maines with the kill. Ties at 12. And Nora Williams back behind the service line. Good ball right there. That's going to be a souvenir for the fans. So the ace here for Nora Williams. Free ball here for the Raiders. Barnes on to Fitzgerald. Dug out by number 14, Gillespie. Nice job right there. Again, that was Recollect playing full out there to get to that ball. And that one blocked, but out of bounds. Point Madison-Grant. Ties it at 13. We'll have a substitution, number 5, Ella Edwards. Now checking in for Madison-Grant. Also number 6, Audrey McDowell. Nope, rather that will not happen. Okay, so we'll have number 4, Delaney Pavey, back to serve. And into the net we go on that one, 14-13. Wapahani back on top by 1. In comes Maya Mitchell for the Raiders, and number 1, Savannah Fitzgerald, will be back to serve. Set up to Griffin, and right into the net. And that serve out of bounds this time around, 15-14. So good job there by Fitzgerald. Unfortunately couldn't keep it in play that time around, but Sills done a nice job here in set 2. That ball received by Williams. Barnes, left side attack by Maines, and made the player. And then unfortunately there for Madison-Grant, the coach wore it right off the shoulder. So a kill for Journey. back on top by a pair. Maines back to serve and left that one in the net. So we'll see number 3, Hadley jump. Return to the floor for Madison-Grant. Number 10, Matt Griffin back to serve. Received there by Recollect. Left side here to Ledbetter and just out of bounds. Really threading the needle here on a couple of these balls. And shanked backwards this time around by Williams. As the Argylls will take back over here with a 1-point advantage. And that one served out of bounds. It's a good thing Ledbetter got them hands down. So Addie Barnes back to serve. This one tied at 17. Obviously a much closer set, and that is in there for the ace. Right down the line there by Addie Barnes. Heck yes. Dealt already 3 or 4 of those, and hey, may we have another ace here. Addie Barnes with another. And they will not get it over again. Look at this. Hey, we'll take it. Addie wants to serve out the rest of the ball game. That's fine with us. We'll have a timeout here from the Argylls. 20-17. Wapahani leads it here in set number 2. We'll step aside and we'll be back with more here on your home of the Raiders, the WHS Network.
Some see a student athlete working hard in the weight room. We see a future leader learning there are no shortcuts to success. Some see a start to a swim meet. We see the starting blocks for life. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
Back from the timeout again. Wapahani on top by 3, 20-17. Again, really loved how Wapahani started to really turn things around here. You know, after another slow start, things kind of looked really bad for us. But starting to find our footing here a little bit. Obviously, this game nowhere near over, but we have for sure played much better here in set 2 than what we did in the first set. There's no doubt about that one. So number 13, Madison Angel back to serve for the Argylls. Oh, boy. Man, Madison-Grant really didn't take advantage of that whatsoever. And that one's going to fall right in play. Good hustle there from Recollect, but yet again, that ball cannot fall in there. Got to find a way to get to that one and hopefully find a way to get point number 21. But unfortunately, we'll have to wait another point here. There's Ledbetter. Something to work with. Mitchell tips it over. Left side here to jump. Maines digs it out. Barnes sets it up. Here comes Williams. Dug out this time by Seitz. And this hits by Demi Justice. So Wapahani again with a much-needed point right there. Back on top here by a pair. Savannah Fitzgerald returns to the floor for the Raiders. And Ella Recollect will now drop back to serve. Skipped over the top of the net. That was a real nice serve there from Ella on the Ledbetter. That was a carry. Thank you. Another ace here from the Raiders. Dealt out by Ella Recollect. So set point now has arrived. 24-19. And that one will be into the net. Hate it when that happens. At least for Wapahani, that is. So, again, still remains set point. That's going to do it right there. That one served out of bounds. So both teams giving each other a couple points there right there at the end. 25-20. Wapahani takes set number 2. As we will head to the third and decisive set here this evening. Tied at 1 set apiece. Actually, we're going to go ahead and take a short break right here, again, between sets. Again, make sure to stay right here with us, right here on your home of the Raiders, the WHS Network. All right, folks, welcome back here on the WHS Network. Did want to make a couple of mentions right here of some different events put on here for the Christmas and Selma celebration coming up here. I believe it's, December the 5th, if I remember correctly. So they will be hosting a fundraiser dinner. It'll be a chicken noodle dinner on September the 26th at Selma Elementary School from 5 to 7 p.m. Again, obviously, you see what the dinner includes: chicken noodles, mashed potatoes, green beans, dinner roll, dessert, and a choice of lemonade or water. Again, all proceeds will go to go help the benefit of the Christmas and Selma celebration. Then also, so again, that's September 26th. Then also the Selma Lions Club is having their breakfast. Again, all proceeds for that also going towards the Christmas and Selma celebration. That will be on October the 4th. That's a Saturday from 7:30 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. Again, adult breakfast $11. Children under 11 years old is $5. So, again, just a couple of opportunities right here. Those of you that know, as far as came out to the Christmas and Selma event last year, it was a great time. I mean, I think everybody loved it. I know I loved it. But it was truly a great time, and it was nice to see everybody come together. And especially during the holiday season, that joyful cheer and just, have a nice time being around people and just celebrating Christmas. So, again, they're putting that on again this year. Again, make sure to support those two different opportunities right there, again, with all proceeds going towards the Christmas and Selma event there on December the 5th of this year. So a 2-0 start here for Wapahani. Addie Barnes been dealing. Left side right here, but that was number 14, Gillespie. Maines. Okay, got to use it right here. Here comes Ledbetter. Well, she put the hammer down. Unfortunately, that one landed out of bounds this time around. So we will have number 10, Mac Griffin, back to serve for the Argylls. Again, this game, or this set right here, played to 15. Obviously, yes, you have to win by 2, so we could go to overtime, so to speak. And that's going to be 4 hits. So that will tie it up here at 2. Well, I'm not quite sure exactly what happened there. I don't know if Ledbetter have had some blood on her. I'm not quite sure, to be honest with you. Again, we don't have the camera on her right now, but I'm not sure if, okay, I guess we're squared away. I'm not quite sure exactly what that was all about. She came up to the referee. The referee looked at her. They talked. Looked like she wiped off her hand. And then, yeah, I don't know about what happened from there, but that ball once again shanked into the stands. 3-2 Wapahani. In comes Savannah Fitzgerald. And the Raiders will have Ella Recollect back to serve. Jump will get it over. There's Ledbetter. Barnes back there to Laney, and that one will be into the net. Ties it at 3. Number 12, Demi Justice, will return to the floor for Madison-Grant with number 13, Madison Angel, back to serve. That will be received by Recollect. Barnes to the left side of Fitzgerald. And look at Savannah soaring up through the air and puts that one right on down. Good serve there from Laney. And they will barely get it over. Maines, Barnes back over to Williams. Back set right there, dug out by Seitz. Jump. Sent there to the back row. Ledbetter, good up right there. Nice set there by Barnes, and Jody Maines bringing the hammer. 5-3 Wapahani. Good serve there from Ledbetter. Look at that. Dropped right in there. Excellent execution there from Addie Barnes, and that will be a 6-3 lead as we will have a timeout taken here on the floor here by Madison-Grant. And we'll go ahead and stay right here with you during this timeout because we would like to give out some more information here this evening. The Selma American Legion Post 437 is seeking donations from businesses or individuals for the purchase of Hometown Hero banners and mounting hardware honoring current and former Liberty Perry Township veterans. Again, those banners look like this. Those, if you can kind of see it right here, you have the red, the white, and the blue, and then obviously the veteran right there will have the name, the years served. And, again, these banners will be going on telephone poles throughout the town of Selma. So if you are a military veteran or have a veteran in your family from Selma, you may submit their service information to the post, for inclusion in this project. So military family members of current Legionnaires, as also as the auxiliary and sons of members of the American Legion, they're also eligible to be honored with a banner. The banners are 2x4 in colored heavy vinyl and double-sided with pole pockets. Again, they're $80 each, excluding mounting hardware. So again, any and all donations would be extremely helpful and very much appreciated. Again, if you choose to donate or would like to purchase one of those banners, you can simply just drop the military information and donations off at the Selma American Legion Post 437 from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday. Again, that's at 315 South Albany Street in downtown Selma, Indiana. And then if you need to mail it in, just make sure that the checks are payable to Selma American Legion Post 437. And then please mark all envelopes to the attention of Steve Peacock / Hometown Heroes. So, again, want to make sure and get that information out there as much as we can. A really neat thing that the Legion is trying to do. And so that ball out of bounds, they say. So 7-6. Line judge initially called it in and then reversed that call. Again, that is still another job I would not want to have. I'd much rather sit up here and talk about the game than actually be a part of it in any capacity. Because let me tell you, you make one bad call and it is all she wrote, because they will let you hear it. Well, then that right there, nice job there by Maines, and they will get that one back over. There's Ledbetter on the Maines. And hit into the net. 8-8 is your score. Barnes left side on the Mains, bringing it again. Oh, heck yes. Mains has been absolutely killing it. Yeah, figuratively and literally. Well, not necessarily literally, I guess. Killing the volleyball, I guess. And just out of bounds by Fitzgerald. And so a couple of substitutions. Number 5, Ella Edwards, and number 6, Audrey McDowell, will return to the floor for the Argylls, tied at 9. Again, first to 15, but you have to win by 2. So obviously if it's 15-14, then we're going extras. That one served into the net, so a big point there for Wapahani. And again, let's see if the Raiders can go on a run right here. We got Journey Mains back to serve. And that one out of bounds. So the Argylls will have number 17, Savannah Seitz, back to serve. Again, 4 points away from taking this ball game. Wapahani is looking to hopefully be on the winning side of that. But we'll have a timeout here taken by Wapahani. Please stay right here with us. Again, 12-10, Madison-Grant leads it here in set number 3. We'll be back with more right after these messages. All right, folks, again, welcome back. And following the timeout, 12-10 is your score. Wapahani down here by a pair in set 3. Williams gets it over, dug out there by Pavey. Great hustle there by Williams and by Maines. Recollect will get to it. Now Barnes on the Ledbetter. Soft touch, just lays it right in there. Beautifully done. 12-11 now. Addie Barnes back to serve. And really quite the hot hand you want back behind the service line. She's been dealing aces, and there's another. That was right on cue. We'll take 3 more just like that. That will be punched over there by Angel. Phew, that was close to being 2 hits. Williams out of play. I think the Argylls might have got away with one right there. But again, that's just my opinion. Doesn't mean I'm right. Just my opinion. So Matt Griffin back to serve. Let's go over the top of the net. Oh, on the Ledbetter, and not enough room right there to get it back over. And now arrived out match point here for Madison-Grant, 14-12. Barnes sets it on to Mitchell. Ledbetter, Barnes, Williams. And that one's going to fall in there. Some miscommunication by the Argylls. So we'll have Savannah Fitzgerald back in for Wapahani. Ella Recollect back to serve. And that will be a soft touch right into the net. Ties it at 14. Sides with a setup here. Here we go. There's Maines. Barnes back to Williams. Shank backwards, but saved right there by Pavey. They'll get it back over. Recollect. Barnes over to Ledbetter. Yes! How about that? 3 consecutive here by Wapahani. And now Madison-Grant has to take a timeout. And so during this timeout, we'd like to thank some more of our sponsors here this evening. Again, we can't do what we do without them. So we would like to send out a big thanks here to Courtney Felton. Again, Next to Elite Real Estate hometown realtor Courtney Felton. Great teams win with heart, hustle, communication, and trust. And those are some great values that Next to Elite Real Estate hometown realtor Courtney Felton brings to every real estate move. Whether you're buying or selling, she is there to use her local roots to meet your real estate needs every step of the way. Call Courtney Felton at 765-748-6334 for all of your real estate needs. So I greatly appreciate Next Home Elite Real Estate hometown realtor Courtney Felton for her sponsorship of us here on the WHS Network. So again, following the timeout, again, it's match point here for Wapahani. They was down 14-12. Madison-Grant in the driver's seat, but now the Raiders have answered back and have a chance to win it here tonight. Barnes, Fitzgerald, Williams will get it over. Now Sights, left side to jump. That one's out of bounds, and the Raiders will win it. Oh, heck yes. What a ball game that was, ladies and gentlemen, all the way to the end. 16-14, Wapahani takes the third set and ultimately wins this one here tonight, 2-1. So again, this junior varsity team back at it tomorrow night. More JV action at Randolph Southern, 6 p.m. start time there in that one. Hope you guys make the trip on out there. It's about right around a 45-ish minute drive here from Raider Country, at least here from the high school. And, again, we will not be broadcasting that game. But we will have score updates there on our social media for the varsity game and JV, all that good stuff. So, again, they back-to-back nights of Raider victories here for the junior varsity team as they now look to make a trio of victories coming up there tomorrow night on the road at Randolph Southern. So, again, thank you all for tuning in here for tonight's junior varsity volleyball matchup. Again, make sure to tune in for our varsity game coming up. That'll be starting here in about 15 minutes or so from now. So until then here, folks, I'm Brandon Morvillius alongside cameraman Jordan Redbeard McCoy. We'll see you all back here on your home of the Raiders, the WHS Network.